Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Cooper's Thai Adventures. Welcome back. Today's subject is a very controversial subject, and it borders lines right on the border between legal, and immoral. And it's a subject that's not many people are going to talk about. And it's one of those hard subjects. And I told you in the beginning of my channel, and many times since then, there's not a subject I will not vlog about. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Today's subject is about Thailand, and that there are issues around foreigners buying Thai properties. So what do I mean by Thai properties? Well, in Thailand, foreigners can't own land. It's well known, cannot. However, there is this very, very gray area that a lot of realtors are promoting. And that is, you open a Thai business name and you put it in the name of the business, which is technically yours. Well, that right there is the controversial bit. Now, moving on a little bit from here, and I'm going to backtrack once I explained it all to you, is in Thailand, with condos, if there's a complex and it's got 100 units, 100 condominium units in there, 51 of those 100 must be sold to Thais. Foreigners can only buy the other 49. So that way, the Thais have overall control, just like a board. Like a board of directors, ownership of a company. Whoever's got the 51% of the shares controls the company. It's the same sort of thing in Thailand. So the way this gray area is there's a lot of realtors out there, and I'm going to say it in both American and the other Western side, called them estate agents, are saying, hey, you can buy this condominium or you can buy this house and land. All you have to do is put it in a Thai business name. That right there is going to get a lot of people into trouble. Now, I'm going to get a lot of haters from this, I'm telling you straight off. And there's probably not a realtor or real estate agent that's going to deal with me ever in Thailand for putting this out, but it's got to be said. Because I care about my fellow expats, no matter what country you're from, and I don't want to see anybody get hurt out of this. And I'm going to go into full detail about this, because it's somewhere that's close to me, and I don't like to see Westerners get hurt and lose everything that they own. So here we go. Here's the detail that y'all have been waiting to hear. This is how it works. What they do is they find a Thai company no longer exists. Been closed down for whatever reason. You take over the ownership papers. Now there is no company. It's just a name. So for ease, we'll call the name ABC. Okay, so you take over ABC. And you get the paperwork for it, and you got to pay your annual dues to the Thai government if you're a company owner. And what you do is you then put the house and the land or the condominium into the name of ABC, which you own. Here comes the tricky area. What you're doing by doing this is you're taking away from the Thai people. And Thailand has this rule in force for a very good reason. The rule is that foreigners cannot own more than 51% of a condominium complex. You can own your own condo unit, but together as a whole, you cannot own more than 49%. And also, for the house and the land, foreigners cannot own it, because what happens is it drives up the prices, as we know in the West. There's a lot of foreigners in our respective countries around the world, and it drives up the price. Now, you get foreign investors, foreign buyers, and they're buying up land and houses all over the world. Guess what? As you all know back home, and I'm talking about all of you, whatever country you're from, you're experiencing this right now, that it's come almost impossible to buy your own home. Places like England, Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada, the prices in my lifetime have gone up over 500%, and I'm 53. So I've seen it firsthand. And Thailand is trying to protect that. Now, these realtors or estate agents out there are going to tell you, hey, it's perfectly legal. Yeah, you can do it in a Thai ownership. And they're right, but they're wrong. They're right, there is that technicality, but it is merely a technicality. And they're wrong because it takes away from the Thais. Now, one thing I can tell you about Thailand is Thai people are very proud of their country, and they don't like anybody taking advantage of the system. And this new government that's coming into Thailand, it's already been voted in, have vowed to put an end to it. So, what could happen? Well, there's only three scenarios. Three scenarios that can happen. The first is, the government takes it away from you. You lose everything. That's the worst case scenario. Can you afford to lose your life savings? Can you afford to lose your inheritance that you plan on passing down to your children, their inheritance, sorry? Because I know I can't. The second scenario is that they pass this new legislation, and what they do is they give the foreigners, those that have gone this route, a certain amount of time to sell. Call it a grace period to save face for everybody involved. Okay, well, what's that going to do to your property value? Let's just say, hypothetically, you spend $100,000 US on this property. Well, you have, say, 30, 60, 90 days to get rid of it into a Thai name. Well, do you think they're going to be paying you $100,000 for it? They know you're going to have to sell it. And they know that you're going to take whatever you can for it because you want to get as much money back as you can. So they're going to offer you pennies on your dollar. I can see it coming as clearly as I can see rain clouds about to drop rain on my head above. So do not fall into this trap. There's a lot this new government is going to be doing, and it's going to change a lot of things, a lot of wrongs, and my hat's off to them because I think they're doing what is morally right. And I wish, personally, more countries around the world would do the same. Because I'd like to know that my children and my grandchildren will one day be able to buy their own home. wherever they live, be it Europe, America, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, wherever they happen to be citizens of. Of course, my grandchildren aren't here. They're not born yet. I don't know what country they will be born in. So, but whatever they're in, I hope one day they can buy their own home, just like all of us wanted to do as well. Well, quite a lot of us have been priced out of the housing market. It's just gone crazy. That's why a lot of us are looking to move to Asia, because it's much cheaper than our home countries. And you get a better standard of life, better health care, better cost of living, more affordable all the way around. So it's a win-win. But there's that many condominiums out there in the Jomtien area that there's probably around 5,000 different complexes. Now, some of those complexes can have anywhere from 30 to several thousand condominium units in there, especially the skyrise ones, the big skyscrapers, that go up to 80 floors. Those have got many thousands in there. So think to yourself, are you willing to take a risk with your money? Because I ain't. And it's been offered to me, and I turned it down flat. I said to the agent, I said, that's a law that's going to be changed very soon, because it's hurting the Thai people. And the government won't stand for people hurting Thai people. So be careful, because it could just happen to you. So what's the way around it? I'm guessing what you're going to be asking me. What's the way around it then, Cooper? It's simple. Property prices in Thailand are so cheap right now. It's cheaper to rent than it is to buy. It really is. Condos look beautiful for the first 10 years. After that, they get run down a bit. Well, I know when I retired, the only thing I took with me was a suitcase. I didn't take nothing else. That's all I needed, a suitcase of clothes. My passport, my ATM card, that was all I needed. And that's all you need too. You don't need a huge place, 300 square meters. You really don't. Because what are you going to do? You're going to spend all your money furnishing the place? 10 years time, the place is run down and you go on to the next one? Well, no. Keep your money in your pocket. There are some things that I did buy to make my life that little bit more comfortable. I bought a brand new sofa. I said to the agent in charge of the condominium, it was fully furnished, if I buy my own sofa, have you got somewhere that you can store the one that's here? Well, gee, she worked with me. And she took the sofa out and I put the new one in. Why? Have I got money to burn? No, I don't. But I have medical conditions. I have nerve damage in my neck, all the way down my spine and down my left leg. It affects my hands and my ability to type. So I use an app that enables me to talk, and it texts for me. A lot of times it gets it wrong. That predictive text that we all know can be a pain in the neck. But it's getting better. And when I message all of my subscribers, I message them that way. Because my hands and my eyes and my neck aren't what they used to be. Call it old age, whatever you want to do. But the older you get, the worse your eyes get. So I struggle, but I get by. And going forward with this, like I said, the best way to do it is rent. If you want to buy because you want to pass it on to your next of kin, I understand that. You find a good deal, why not? You can get a beautiful condominium for $35,000 US. And that is dang cheap. But there's new ones going up every single month. I see a new development starting in Jomtien and Pattaya. And they're going up all the time, and they're going to continue to go up all the time. Now, the Thais tend to keep their condominiums looking really good. When I say run down, I don't mean that they're like the ghetto. I'm just saying that in 10 years' time, they're not going to be as modern and as fantastic as the new ones are out there right now. The new ones that will be out there in 10 years, I mean to say. So you may get the most modern, nicest one now. In 10 years' time, you can be saying, oh, that new place there looks really fantastic. Look what they got. And then you may just take your suitcase and go rent that one. There's all these options out there for you. Don't be one of those people that fall for what these realtors are telling you. Don't be that patsy. Don't be that guinea pig. Because at the end of the day, it's not their money they're putting on the line. It's yours. So, think hard about what I said. I'm going to give you the best advice possible. And try and make your retirement as enjoyable as you would like it to be. Thank you so much for watching Cooper's Thai Adventures. God bless you all. Till next time, take care.